Well, hey girl, if you have ever been wondering how to clean and dry your makeup brushes fast, then have I got a video for you today. I am actually going to be talking about the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner and showing you a demo of how I actually clean my makeup brushes super fast, as well as showing you how quickly they dry. If this interests you, then go ahead and keep watching because it's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I am super freaking pumped that you are here today. My name is Lauren and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't, both internally and externally. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday, every third Thursday, and every fourth Tuesday of the month. Well, if you have ever been in a jam, like I need to clean my makeup brushes, I need to do it fast, and I need it to dry fast, then I can relate to you because I have wondered for a long time like why I hate cleaning my makeup brushes. And the reason is because I use old-fashioned soap, so Dawn soap and water, and when you have loads of makeup brushes like I have, the last thing I want to do is spend an hour to hour and a half of my time, no joke, cleaning these things and then waiting 24 hours for them to dry. It just doesn't make any sense. So I had an aha moment watching a few of my other favorite beauty gurus. And I don't know if you guys know who Jamie French is. She's been on YouTube for about 2 years. Her channel is really starting to take off, which is so cool. Jamie, if you ever see this, girl, I'm pumped for you. But she had a viral video a few weeks ago and it just stole my heart, first of all. I've seen her stuff on Facebook, but I'm so glad this video like put her on the map. So if you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna link it for you because it's hilarious. If you grew up in the 90s, girl, this makeup tutorial is for you. She did a spoof basically on how beauty gurus would have done like this whole thing back in the 90s, and it was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll link it for you. But on her other videos, I pretty much binge watch her stuff. She was talking about this Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner, and it was like the light bulb went on and I was like, why don't I have a makeup brush cleaner that does this for me? Why am I spending so much time doing the whole like soap and water and letting it air dry? Like that's just not what I want to be doing. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that because you should deep clean your makeup brushes, but for everyday use, I just don't want to do that. And here's my problem. This is how weird I am. Let's say I spend all this time cleaning my makeup brushes and then I wait for them to dry. I don't want to use them because they're so pretty and so clean. The last thing I want to do is get makeup on them and then they're dirty and I feel like I got to go through that whole rigorous process all over again. So I find myself using like brushes I don't love to keep the ones that I love clean. Does it make any sense? No. So when she started talking about this stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I bought it on Amazon. I just filmed this makeup look here for you guys just a few minutes ago. And as I was doing this makeup look, I just decided to clean a few of the eye brushes as I was going to see if it actually worked. And I was just freaking stunned. So I kind of want to show you how it works on some bigger brushes. That's going to be a test today because I haven't done that. But some of the eye makeup brushes that I have cleaned, let me pull them. This is one of them I cleaned. It's already dry. And obviously you're like, yeah, great, Lauren, you said you've already filmed. How long has it been sitting there? This was dry within like 3 minutes. So I dip it in the cleaner and I swirl it around on a paper towel and it was done, set it in my little makeup thing, whatever this is called, let it dry and it's good to go. So I literally could sit down and do makeup on somebody else or take all this crap off and put new crap on if I wanted to. So I kind of wanted to show you how it works. So here's the box, let's just get into it. It's about $23 or $24 off of Amazon is where I got this from. The makeup cleaner is this, and then there is this little can that kind of sits, oh, here, you can't see that, sits on the top just like this. And what this little watering can is a little container for you to put, and I don't have very much and I don't want to spill it out, put your cleaner in so that as you're doing your makeup, you can just dip your brush in, wipe it off in a paper towel, and set it back in your makeup container. So I kind of want to show you how this works, and we'll do a couple brushes and then we'll pick up one of the first brushes that I did and see if it's dry. And that way you can kind of see it in real time. So let's take this one. This is my contour brush that I used today. Girl, you know we need to clean this bronzer brush. Look at that, that is dirty. Let's take my highlighting brush because that one's a little smaller, and maybe one more shadow brush if I've got one here that's kind of dirty still. Yes, this one, it's not super dirty, but it hasn't been cleaned. So let's start with the shadow brush just because it's small. And what it says to do, first of all, let me read this to you. It says 99% bacteria free, dries in seconds. May stained light or white brushes. So far I haven't seen any of that, but it didn't exactly pull all of the color out like what my Dawn soap does, but that's okay. It's still clean, it's fluffy, it's great. It says do not dip brush more than halfway, oversaturate or soak. And the reason you don't want to do that is because literally what we're going to do is dip this brush in maybe this far, and the concentrated item, oh my gosh, I hate when I do that and I forget words. The product is gonna travel up the brushes, get them wet for me, and I just swirl it off and it's done. The next thing that it says is, they do have to put a label on here. Cinema Secrets is not responsible for damage to brushes, furniture, surfaces, or clothing. Use caution, not for use on skin. Okay, so I just wanted to read that to you guys just so you kind of know, like, oh, there's obviously some warning labels. It did come with some little instructions in here to tell you what to do. I did read through those. I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'm just gonna show you how I do it based upon these instructions. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is not very full. I don't even think you can see the liquid in here because that's how unfull it is. I probably have like that much liquid in the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is dip this in up to 1/4 of the way. And it's already starting to travel the brushes or the bristles. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is. So here's my paper towel. And what we're gonna do is just swirl it around. It's a little easier to do on my desk. Now girl, look at that. Oh my gosh, like, it's clean. And so it's still wet, obviously, but we'll set that. We're just gonna set it right over here so you can see that I have to pick it up from this side. I won't even set it in my little container. Okay, now let's take this highlighter brush, which is definitely a little bit more fluffy. It's not as dense as these, and it is dirty, obviously. So same thing, I'm gonna dip it in about 1/4 of the way so it starts to travel up the brushes, the bristles. Ooh, I bet you guys love when I can't talk, it's just fun. Okay, I just there was a little excess on there, so I pulled it out. Same thing, you can see it traveling, so now what we're gonna do, you can see all that pretty highlighter coming off. And what it says too is like if you do this on a dense brush and it doesn't quite get it all the way off, you can just re-dip it. But that looks, you guys, for a freaking brush cleaner, like that's unbelievable. That looks so good. So that one is still obviously a little damp. We'll set that one aside. Now let's use one of the big dogs. This has contour in it from this. So, and there's quite a bit. So same thing, I'm gonna dip it in. Probably not enough cleaner in here for that one, so I just am gonna have to, I swirled it around a little bit. It's kind of sucked up all the rest of the cleaner, so I'll pour some new one in here for this in just a second. Okay, so now what I'll do, same thing. Look at that, man, it just pulls it right off. I'm so impressed with this, because I'm not kidding you guys. I've wasted so much of my time at night. Like, everyone always asks, oh, Lauren, how often should you clean your brushes? Well, you technically should clean them after each use, but if you're using like Dawn soap and water, which by the way works amazing, no one wants to do that every day or whatever days you wear makeup. No, I ain't got time for that. Like, it's just a lot of work, letting it dry. I'm just over it. So I was like, I felt like such a dum-dum that I haven't discovered something like this sooner. So Jamie French, thank you, girl. You saved my life. Okay. That one is pretty much clean. Seems like it is. I was trying to find a white part. You guys can see. I feel like I'm horrible trying to show you guys things. Yeah, looks pretty clean. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. Let me pour a little bit more cleaner in here. I'm gonna kind of fill it up this time. And then you guys can actually see what's going on. Okay, stick that over there. Okay, so now you can see there's plenty of liquid that I just dumped out on my desk. That's okay. Let me dry that up really quick. I'm notorious for making a mess. I'm gonna grab a new paper towel. That one's pretty saturated. I need to get me some of those little makeup paper towel deals that you have. They almost look like napkins. You can buy in packs of them so that makeup artists use them. I need that for my everyday use. Okay, so paper towel. So let's go in with this one. Ooh, this one's big. So I'll just dip it in there. And that looks like it's got enough on it. We're about 1/4 of the way up. I can see it traveling up the bristles. So it's gonna saturate this paper towel. And this one is like, oh, that's a lot of liquid. I use this brush every day, so it gets really dirty. Actually, I have a better idea. That's what I have this for. So it gets super dirty. It's one of those that is constantly got product on it. I'm always using bronzer. But you guys, look at that. I mean, in just like a couple of seconds, it pulls off all of that makeup. I'm just so impressed with that. Now my question is, this one is, I'm curious to how long it takes to dry. So if we don't, we're gonna look at all of these, but we don't have enough time. When I edit this, I'll let you know exactly when I tested it to see how long it took to dry something this big. Because we're just not gonna sit here and watch the clock countdown for this one. But it is clean, so I'll set it aside. So let's test the eye brush. So the eye brush isn't quite dry yet. It's just, but it's slightly damp. So I think this video has been running now for almost 10 full minutes from start to finish. So that is not a lot of time at all for this to sit and dry. So the cool thing is like if you do your makeup every day and then you do this, you're ready to go within just a few minutes. Now the other ones are, like I said, they are dry. And that was, I mean, they were dry within a couple of minutes. So probably, I would say probably 15 after I started. This one's still a little bit damp too, but it's clean. Still a little bit damp too. And then obviously this one's gonna be damp. So these take, I think, oh gosh, I wish I would have looked at the clock this morning when I cleaned these. That's why I started with the eye brushes, because I wanted to see exactly how long it took. I would say that if you probably give yourself about 15 or 20 minutes, these are gonna be dry, but what I'll do when I edit this, I'll kind of drop in how long it took, like I mentioned, so that way you can kind of know. Anyway, all that to say, as far as an everyday cleaner, and you do truly, you need to be cleaning your brushes after every use, or at least after every other, and I just have not been doing that because I didn't have a good cleaner. I was like, here's what's funny. When I worked at Sephora, we had makeup cleaner that we used for all of our brushes, and why I never thought to buy what we used, it just didn't even dawn on me until I was watching Jamie's video, and I was like, ooh, like, okay, hello. So anyway, I would definitely try and find something like this. I'll link it down below. As I mentioned, I got it off of Amazon. I think it's working really, really great. I'm super impressed with it. And I hope this video really helped you out today to kind of see that there's actually something out there that's quick and fast drying. And that you can actually use every day and keep your makeup brushes in good working condition and make sure that they don't get ruined. Because the thing is that if you have really good makeup brushes, you want to keep them clean. That's the way to keep them lasting for years and years to come. My question for you down in the comments is, do you use a current like brush cleaner for your brushes? If you do, I would love to know what you use and why you love it. Someone may not love what I just used, but they may have something else that they would like to see. So feel free to drop what you use on down in the comments, let us know. And then of course, if you haven't had a chance to follow me yet on social media, I would love to connect with you there. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please do that now so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And of course, I have a private Facebook group called Reformed Tomboy Beauty, where girls like you and me get together and we share tips and tricks, makeup memes, bad eyebrow makeup memes. We do masking Mondays together, which is our accountability program for those of us that suck at masking. We post our pictures on Monday nights of what we're using, why we love it, and how it's working for our face. And of course, I have my show called Contour and Converse, which is a live Facebook Live in that group where I do a makeup look in real time with you once a month to help you, teach us some tips and some tricks, and we kind of just get our brushes out together and create. So if this sounds like something you would love to be a part of, we would love to have you. You can search it Reformed Tomboy Beauty on Facebook, or I'll link it for you down below. And I think that's gonna be a wrap, but I kind of want to check. Okay, still wet, that one is, but the highlighter one's dry. The highlighter one is dry, girls. You could totally use this one right now, so that obviously the denser brushes are gonna take a little bit more time, but it is dry, so that's good to know. So anyway, somewhere around the neighborhood of like 15 minutes is probably what you need to let them completely dry, but I think that's a lot better than 24 hours overnight. All right, so that's a wrap. I will see you in my next video. Hashtag Reformed Tomboy Family. I'll see you soon.
Together, everything we'll do, you got me going, oh, you got me going, oh, I don't know what it is about you.